All right.
Okay.
Bring it in, Greg.
Hey, what's crackin' Neekz of the world? Welcome back to another movie review from the Nerds of the Square Table. And this weekend we saw the new Batman called The Batman.
The Batman. Yeah.
Innovative title. It's a pretty dark movie.
It's dark as fuck.
It's not typical. Well, I mean, typically Batman's pretty dark, but
Yeah. This was
like the movies are usually not dark.
This was really dark.
I mean, even Dark Knight is not as dark as this, and that one's pretty dark.
Yeah.
That one gets pretty dark.
Yeah, it got very, very, very dark and a little disturbing. Not gonna lie. The little vignettes that he was dropping, kind of like off of a fucking dark website. Oh, that was some scary shit. It was kind of scary. Yeah. Zodiac killer vibes. A lot of dark parts of the web vibes, and yeah, when he masterfully planned everything at the fucking stadium at the end. Spoilers, sorry, whatever. It was crazy. That was very, very scary how he devised all of that. We're doing this at the mall because we have nowhere else to go. Anyway, yeah, I thought it was very dark, but it was very good. It was a good intro to what would be a series, I'm assuming?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. A series. It's a good intro. I thought it was great. 3 hours long. Didn't feel like 3 hours, but it was good. It was really good. I really liked it.
Unless you drank a large Sprite.
I did not. I didn't drink anything because I didn't want to miss anything.
Toward the end, it got a little scary there. I had to step out before the end credit. It's okay if there wasn't very much at the end.
What did you think of it?
It's a really good movie. It's more of a villain origin story. I guess this year is about villains.
Yeah. There's a lot of villain backstory in this. Like, they set up a good amount of villains for this.
So, yeah, it's like a villain origin story instead of a Batman origin story.
Because everyone knows the Batman story. I mean, you don't need to tell it again. So
they didn't even tell it.
That's true.
He's just Batman.
Yeah.
There's also I am Batman. He never says it.
Oh, it's true. Says I'm justice. So, I mean,
he also says I'm vengeance.
Vengeance. There you go. Vengeance.
But he doesn't say the whole quote.
That's true.
He's got to say the whole quote, man.
Not yet. It's the first one.
He's got to say the whole quote, man.
He'll get there.
He stepped over vengeance. He got the vengeance. So
yeah.
Now he's got to be the knight.
So what do you compare this Batman to the other ones?
You can't really compare it to the other ones. This is very different from all the other ones.
True.
The other ones are very comic-like.
Okay.
Like not comic as in the book comics, like comedy kind of comic.
Are they? I mean,
they tend to be a little bit more on the lighthearted side than the heavy side. Well, except for Dark Knight Rises. That one's a little heavy, and Dark Knight. But yeah, this one's a little heavy on the scheming and how the plot runs, and a lot of adult themes going
Such as?
on there. Like his relationship with Catwoman, and yeah,
that was a really good dynamic they had though.
Yeah.
It was a really. They didn't spend too much time on it. It was really well done. I thought it was good.
Yeah, because it just glosses over, but
Yeah.
you can feel the chemistry.
Yeah.
They had really good chemistry.
Yeah. It was very. They did that in a very tight sequence, even though it was a 3-hour movie.
What did you think of Robert Pattison as Batman?
I thought it was great, actually. I love that he still looks like a fucking vampire. Yeah, Twilight guy, definitely. Yeah, I thought he did really well. He's not super jacked. They didn't have to show him off because I mean he's still kind of a skinny guy, I guess. But yeah, he was super good. He does the very, I'm a nocturnal person very well. Puts on the sunglasses at one point in the movie because everything's so bright and he's all pale and pasty. He was good. He was very good. He didn't really talk a whole lot. He didn't do the whole Christian Bale No matter what you do, I'll be there.
His voice doesn't really change.
Yeah,
either.
it doesn't. It doesn't. I like that.
It doesn't get all grovelly like the other Batman.
Give it some time. Maybe wearing
might,
the bat suit for a long time and getting punched a lot probably changes that.
Get there. I like his take on Bruce Wayne. You know how in the comics Bruce Wayne is like a playboy. He's like social, and he's like out and about. Yeah. Basically, you're a rich boy.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne is not like that at all.
And I like that too. It was good.
He's a very sit-in, inside person.
Yeah.
He don't like going out.
Yep.
There's that one point Alfred tells him, "Oh, you're gonna go out?
Yeah.
You're wearing a tie."
Yep. He's not like super clean and pressed. Like he kind of just looks like a not a kid, but
emo Batman.
Yeah, he's like an emo Batman, I guess.
Emo Batman.
But I mean, his parents are dead, and he's trying to figure shit out. Like he's got too many things. He can't be a fucking playboy all the time. Like that's real shit. I mean, he's no Tony Stark. Like I mean, I know Batman's supposed to be, but then again, this is only in the movie. It's like year 2, right? It's literally year 2 of him doing this.
Something like that. I think it's based on year 2.
So I mean, he's still got a lot to learn. Like he might step up more, and he's just figuring shit out. So I mean, he might, later on he might evolve into that. Like the other Batmans, they were
fully fledged.
Batmans by the time the movie had already taken place. Like he's still figuring shit out. He made everyone knows what the Batmobile is. He made a Camaro? He made a muscle
put a rocket.
He put a rocket on a fucking Camaro or a muscle car. It's not a Batmobile. It's just a muscle car with a fucking jet on it. So
he went all Fast and the Furious.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. It was good. Like he's still getting there and whatnot. He doesn't have like all of the bat gadgets and everything. He's just kicking everyone's ass, and he's just got a strong ass suit apparently. So
yeah, man. Takes freaking sniper shots like nothing, man.
To the fucking face. Like how the hell?
Freaking sniper shots are bouncing off. Like,
I don't understand how that's.
Damn, dude. But, So what's your favorite scene in the movie?
That is a good question. The funeral was good. Everyone's the teaser trailer when they're at the funeral was really good. Very intense. Very intense. I think that was the vignette that the Riddler did that really did kind of disturb me a little bit more than the other ones. It was just there's something about it that was very disturbing to me. It just builds intensity, and then like you can feel it in the air, like something's gonna fucking pop off, and it did. It went really fucking quick, and it happened really fast. You hear it from the outside, and just a car crashes through. It was great. It was crazy. There's so many good scenes. That's just one of them. This was a really good movie, and there was a lot of good shit in this. So, and you?
I like the hallway scene.
Hallway scene. When he comes out of the elevator?
Yeah.
And he's just taking shots to the face? Yeah.
But did you know that they practically did that?
Really?
Yeah. There's no CG in that. That's all practical effects.
Wow.
So all that lighting was just from the muzzles.
Wow.
It was dark.
That was good.
I'm vengeance.
That's good. Holy shit, really?
Yeah.
One shot.
I don't know if it's one shot.
Oh. Either way, that was good.
That whole scene's practical effects. So it's pretty badass.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's good. Yeah, there's a lot of good visuals in this. They didn't do a lot of driving around with the Batmobile, which is fine. And they kind of put the Batman just kind of high up top looking over Gotham, and like you just see the background of Gotham. I thought that was really good. They did a lot of silhouettes of it. It looked beautiful. Like when the scene with Catwoman and Batman, and they're kind of saying their goodbyes, and you just see the background of Gotham. It's like, oh fuck, this is very nice. Very nice. Not just dark and brooding. So, yeah, I thought it was good. It was a very nicely shot. Everything was beautiful. And if that really was no CGI in that hallway scene, that's pretty sick. That's pretty dope.
Want to talk about Riddler?
Oh, sure. What is the guy's name? The actual actor.
Paul Dano.
Paul Dano. What else was he in?
I'm not sure. IMDb While he does that, Riddler was actually really cool. Unfortunately, his name is not Edward Nygma. I'm kind of disappointed in that.
They showed his name, didn't they? They had like when it showed 2 IDs. I missed that. What was his aliases, I guess you could say?
Because he's supposed to be the reporter, right? That got killed.
Which reporter? What are you talking about?
The one that spoilers. The one that Falcone was sent by Bruce's father.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because that guy's name is Edward.
Okay.
But
Wow.
he has a different last name.
Maybe it was his father? Because he seemed pretty young to be...
I don't know, he pretty messed up too.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, the Riddler was fucking awesome.
His face is all messed up.
We're talking about the Riddler, right?
Yeah.
How was his face wasn't too messed up?
His face is not symmetrical. It goes like half his face is like crushed in.
What? No.
You didn't look at his face?
I mean, he's wearing a mask most of the time.
At the end? When he's in the jail?
I mean,
you can see his face like
he
really
looked,
well.
He looked like fucking. He looked fine to me. Hold on. Pause. Even if it is the reporter, that's pretty dope. But he's not Enigma.
Yeah.
Eh,
that's a little disappointing.
It's fine.
He also gave me Bane vibes.
Yeah, he made an army of people. Like, he got a following of fucking crazy people, and he did Bane, but he also did the Joker. Like, he was very smart. He was extremely smart. He didn't like fight, and he had no this guy is not strong at all.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can tell he is not a strong man. And in one of the scenes, I think it's when he catches a cop out of the club when he puts the fucking thing around his neck. Like, he comes up from the back and he's prepping to fucking hit him, and he's just like deep breathing. It was like, oh fuck, you're like gathering your nerves to fucking kill this guy. Like, granted, you push past it pretty quickly, but that's just the psychopath in you. But that was very the Riddler really did disturb the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie, but it did in a good way. So when I see him in jail, I feel fine. Fuck the Riddler, man. He is demented. He's got some problems. And you could really tell that in certain points of the movie. So he did really fucking good as the Riddler. He did really, really well. And his little interaction towards the end in the jail with another character was very good as well. That could have been the post-credit scene. I'm glad they didn't.
Technically, it was the post-credit scene.
Yeah,
Technically,
credits
it
didn't
was.
roll yet for that part, but that little interaction, as minimal as it was a very big build to even more villains. That's why you said it was a villain origin story. That was really good. And villain origin story for the Riddler, blank, not gonna say, Penguin, well, Catwoman, I guess, kind of anti-hero, whatever you want to call her.
Yeah, she's starting on her anti-hero.
Yeah,
foot,
yeah.
not her villain foot.
Yeah, I don't think they'd really go that far. They might have her kill somebody, but I don't think they're really gonna go too crazy and make her an actual villain or anything like that. Because you gotta have the love story, right? So, but the Riddler was insane. The Riddler was, you could tell he was not right in the head, but he was still very, very smart with everything that he did. He had some Jigsaw vibes to him with his contraptions and everything like that.
Yeah, the second one.
Yeah, there was a lot of crazy
The
things.
second one is definitely a jigsaw.
Yeah. Yep. So Paul Dano, great job. You're a psychopath.
And he's still alive.
He's still alive. Yeah. So the only bad guy that died was the chief.
Falcone.
Was Falcone.
Yep.
Falcone? Was that his name?
Falcone.
Am I thinking of the right guy?
The mob guy? Yeah, Falcone.
Okay, yeah, that's the only person that died. Everybody else is still alive. So there's 3-4 villains set up for the next Batman. Good luck. Good luck. Oh. There's 2 people in this movie. There's 2 younger people in this movie. Do you think they'll hold any significance in later movies? One, the half-painted face guy. and the young kid, of course.
Maybe. Are you hinting that the young kid might turn into Robin?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
I mean,
you think
they have the same back. I mean, yeah,
they
the same,
do, but would you? You can't really change his name though,
What was the kid's name?
because the mayor's last name isn't Grayson.
I mean, who says it has to be fucking Grayson?
It's not Todd either.
He could change his name. He could go by an alias, as they did with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's like, oh yeah, but I go by Robin. Like, it's like they could just pull that bullshit out again.
Yeah, but his name was Dick.
Right. I get you're right, but I mean, like, for the people that didn't know who he was until he said that, it's like,
I mean,
he's fucking Robin.
You could have pretty much, if you were watching that movie, that's Robin.
But yeah, so you don't think, well, for one, let's focus on the little kid. Do you think the little kid will because there was a lot of like just staring at him. He saved him, at least once or twice.
Yeah. It might turn into something, but who knows?
Okay.
Because his mom's still alive.
Okay.
So he can't be Bruce Wayne's ward.
Right.
As for your half-faced painted guy, who would he turn into?
I don't know.
Because Clown.
Go into that.
Because Clown, there's already that space has been taken.
Okay.
So he ain't turning into that one.
No, I didn't think he was gonna be. I thought he would be. So I don't know who he would be, but they just put a lot of significance to him in that scene. Not a lot, but I guess they needed something else other than Batman beating the shit out of people, right? It could just be looking more into it, but like he only, like, some people say he's only got half a face. There's a reason why he's showing it. It's like, it's very possible. I wouldn't put it past it, but I mean, he's still alive.
Unless you're hinting that he's turning into Two-Face.
Maybe, like, I just feel like there is significance to him. I don't know who he could be, but I feel like there could eventually down the line maybe be a significance to him. I don't know who that guy was. I don't know. He wasn't, as far as I know, he wasn't a notable actor. But I mean, they put a lot of emphasis on that one person in that scene, like more than usual. I think that might have been just to play up the kind of like he's having second thoughts of things. Maybe, I don't know.
And because like the social stigma in Gotham is crime pays.
Sure. Okay.
And so to be safe in Gotham, you have to be a criminal.
Okay.
You have to be part of the criminal element.
All right.
That's how Gotham works at the moment.
Got it.
So maybe they're playing at that.
Okay.
With it.
Telling a broader story rather than this is a character that we might develop. It's just a general story that things are fucked up in Gotham. Like,
things are always fucked up in Gotham. It's Gotham.
Yeah. Things are pretty fucked up in Gotham. So. Yeah. Okay. Got it. I mean, that I didn't really catch any other Easter eggs, hints, or anything like that much at all. So.
Apparently, there's a lot.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch the video for it, so
maybe we should watch the video and go talk about more about that in another video sometime.
Sure.
How many Easter eggs? 25 Easter eggs that you missed in the Batman.
There's at least 10.
Okay.
The guy usually does top 10.
All right.
So I don't know.
I'm down. I would watch it again, just to try to look for some things. I would definitely watch it again. It was a 3-hour movie. There's a lot of things we could have missed, but it was so well done. I thought it was really well done. It didn't seem to drag much at all for 3 hours, and it didn't really seem to last that long, other than, if you really have to pee. But it still is a 3-hour movie. So, but yeah, it didn't drag on at all. Everything kind of flowed really well. When I thought it was ending, they added in another thing. It was like, oh shit, we're still going. Cool, right on. I would like more story. Yes, thank you. So, really well, really good. Yep.
Scores?
You go first.
I gave it an 8.5.
I was gonna say that too. I'm not even gonna lie. I was gonna give it an 8.5. it was definitely better than 8, maybe not a 9, just because I feel like they could have done other things. But what they did in this movie was amazing.
It's a different kind of Batman movie.
Yeah.
So it kind of lacks action. There is action in there, but it's very sparse.
Yeah.
And it's mainly toward the end, and it's him getting beat up a lot.
He's getting his ass kicked.
And him not giving a crap.
Yeah. He was getting his ass kicked.
This is
a
not
lot.
This is not like your typical Batman. The last parts of this movie is pretty amazing. He goes full on Batman. The beginning part, he's just like beating the shit out of people.
Yeah.
He goes full on Batman at the end, which is great.
Yeah.
Want to see more of that?
Yeah. And I for a lack of action, I didn't mind it too much, just because they could build more story rather than just showing, you know, him kicking everyone's ass. Because we know that he you know, he's a vigilante and he's Batman, so we know that he can do that. I like that they focused on a lot of backstory without telling you like, oh yeah, his parents were shot. Like, everyone fucking knows that. Everyone knows that your parents died and you're an orphan, and everyone knows that. That's the origin Batman story. You don't need to go into that. This is the 4th, 5th iteration. We're just rebooting everything. We know the backstories. We don't need to hear that again. So they played to, as you said, a lot of villains, and that was a very smart move. They did that really well, because there was a lot of badass villains in this, and all the villains are really, really well done. The 2 big ones, Penguin and Riddler, fucking amazing. Either way, the villain backstory, the villain build-up for everybody was really well, and Colin Farrell couldn't even fucking tell it was him. I'm still super shocked. I showed JC Kaifa. I showed her, like, oh yeah, this is this guy. She's like, no, it's not. He was like, yeah, that's him. Like, Colin Farrell is a beautiful man.
You're beautiful.
And he was not beautiful at all in this, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, when they say Colin Farrell was gonna play the Penguin, I was like, what?
You're gonna make the Penguin a fucking sexy Irishman? What the fuck? Like,
This is gonna be real different.
Yeah.
I mean, Robert Pattison is playing Batman, and you got Colin Farrell.
it's gonna just be a pretty boy movie. Such a pretty boy movie.
Something's gonna happen to Colin Farrell to make him look like Penguin.
But they
He gonna fall into a vat of acid or something.
I mean, he must have drank all that acid up, because they did really well. He looked kind of like the Penguin. Scores, movie review, possible follow-up video for Easter eggs. I think we're good.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
So, do the YouTube things. Like, comment, subscribe. What's your favorite scene in the new Batman? And what did you think about it?
Let us know.
What would you get? So yeah. Until next time. Peace out.
Shoots.
Hadouken!
To reminisce.